So I've decided to do a series on places I used to live, and this is number 1, Gloucester, which I spent a year and a half, I believe, back in the day. It was about 15 years ago, something like that. I'm heading up to the Matson Beacon, which is a decent hill. I spent a lot of time in my, well, I'll call it youth, but I was approaching 30, so you do the math. I do remember crossing this golf course, but the rest of the journey is a complete mystery. It's been that long. So many things have happened. I've been so many places. I'm hoping that this path takes me where I need to be. But it's going uphill, so I mean that's a bonus. I'd just like to add that it's 3:30 on a Saturday afternoon, and this is the emptiest golf course I think I've ever seen on the weekend. Whereas the ski centre next door is absolutely packed. So if you want to open a business in Gloucester, you know which way to go. Ditch the golf, go for the summer skiing. Finally found some golfers who were less than happy I was on the golf course, but they did point me in the way of the beacon, probably because I was looking stressed and slightly menacing, but that's the way it goes. Most of this route now I do actually remember. And considering it hasn't really rained for a couple of days, it's as boggy as I remember it. Well, I'm going up there. I remember I used to run this when I was just for my 30s, so age does take its toll. Listen kids, take care of yourself, 'cause you'll pay for it later. Sighted the beacon. It's got this little bit of hill here, and a little steep one to go. And it actually looks like there's still a chair up there, shiny. Can rest my old bones. Weather's closing in now, as predicted. I would have liked to put my gear with me tonight and sleep up here, but it's going to be crappy this weekend. And I don't think the budget tent can take another battering at all. Come down a different way now. How the hell I am. Well, as long as it takes me down to Gloucester, I don't care. Don't know what to do with myself now. It's Saturday afternoon. It's about 4ish. Ooh, that looks good. I'll try that. Might go and check out my old place down in Quedgeley. Maybe. Done the Matson thing. Gloucester's not changed that much, to be honest. Not like some of the places I've been recently. I need to go up north. I used to live up in York and Doncaster and Leeds, and I think Leeds will be the one. Leeds will be the one that's really changed. Like all the big cities. I've been to Bristol recently, if you read my blog, and that's changed amazingly. The places I used to live, they're changing. I don't know what it is. It's culture, I don't know. But you always get a memory, you always get a feeling of how places used to be. And then you go back and they're just not the same. But Gloucester, it's like it's in a bit of a time warp, to be honest. And it hasn't really changed that much. The hotel I spent 3 months in, long story, has been turned into a wine bar. Disturbing. At least it's not an Indian restaurant. I mean, could be worse. Isn't it funny how the littlest thing can trigger a memory? Just falling down the hill here, put my hand on this branch. I remembered that this is the branch that used to stop us from falling down the rest of the hill. And we were barreling down here in the dark. I must have cut my head on it a few times, I'm sure. But it just goes to show that I found the right route up, even though there's loads. But once you walk past Matson, you know, there's not that many, so... I'd just like to point out that I've forgotten how far this... just got to swear then. Walk is, even though I used to do it twice a day. I mean, it's taking me a good hour and a half each way. It's crazy. Things you get used to. Same when I was living in Brum. I used to walk 3-4 miles into work and then 4 miles back. You get used to it. Sitting at home all day on my ass. It just seems like crazy distances. Even though I'm happy to walk 40 miles a day just for my own pleasure, I won't do it just to get somewhere. Well, I will do it. It just feels like pain.